everybody from the CIGRE 2022 exhibition here in Paris. My name is Aby-Gael Meyet. In this episode, we will continue our coverage of this major power industry event. Also with me is, of course, my Omicron colleague and founding member of the podcast team, Iris Fischer. Hi, Iris.
Hi, Aby-Gael.
Well then, shall we get started?
Yes!
So with me here today to speak about Omicron's participation at the CIGRE exhibition is Caroline Rhodes. She's Omicron's Regional Marketing Communications Manager for Europe. Caroline, thank you so much for meeting me here at the Omicron exhibition stand.
Hi, Abby. It's nice to be here after such a long time.
What are your impressions so far of the CIGRE 2022?
It's really great. It seems to be very well attended. It's very busy. And after a hiatus for 4 years, it's really good to see a lot of old faces and reconnect with people.
Speaking of that, how important do you think Omicron's presence is at the exhibition?
Well, it's clear, CIGRE is the world's leading global event for sharing power system expertise. It attracts members from all over the world, over 90 countries. So it's essential for Omicron to have a really strong presence. We need to showcase our innovative solutions, meet with our customers, as I say, old faces and new, and help them by discussing their testing challenges and helping them to meet them.
Speaking of, how long has Omicron participated at the CIGRE?
Nearly 20 years. Obviously, our specialists are involved in the working groups and the conference, which is really important. They come to learn and also share their experiences with industry peers. But we've certainly had a booth at CIGRE, I think, from the early 2000s.
In regards to the booth, how did you come up with this year's booth idea?
Well, clearly, we want to put our test equipment in some sort of context. We manufacture innovative testing solutions for power systems, most elements of a substation. So we wanted to reflect that in the booth, put our solutions in context and make our area of business really clear to everybody so that they can see straight away what it is that we do and what we provide. Some nice new features this year that we're trying out. We've tried to keep the booth clean, showcase our software really strongly. We've also put some video screens around the booth to show information about our Omicron Academy training courses. They're a really special offering that help users get the best out of their test kit. So we really wanted to highlight this alongside our products. And to minimise waste and also improve the experience for our visitors, we've included QR codes at all of our application stations in place of printed literature, so people can instantly reach more information about our products.
Is there any way you could give us a little tour of all of the stations?
Absolutely. Well, as you can see, looking around, we've got our light paintings on the wall. They're a really nice way of reflecting the landscape of a substation. Perfect backdrop for our kit. They're nice and eye-catching and our branding's really strong. It's a bit like a home from home for technicians working in the field. And the stations, they can easily identify them. We've got protection testing, our advanced protection testing software, lots of 61850 and digital substation solutions. We look at cybersecurity in the power grid, partial discharge testing and monitoring, power transformer testing and diagnostics, multifunctional testing, instrument transformers, circuit breaker testing, and we've also got workplace safety equipment showcased.
Well, thank you so much, Caroline.
Thank you so much. Nice to see you, Abby.
So, guys, I am standing here with Wojciech Koltunowicz. He's an Omicron partial discharge expert and CIGRE work group leader. So, hi, Wojciech. Thanks a lot for taking a moment to be with me, answer a few questions about Omicron's focus at this year's exhibition and, of course, your relationship to CIGRE.
Yes, good morning. It's a pleasure to be in Paris. And I'm convener of the CIGRE working group D166. It's the committee D1 that is taking care about materials and emerging test techniques. And especially this working group is related to the requirements for the partial discharge monitoring systems that can detect and monitor and evaluate the defects in the gas-insulated substations. So it's a very important topic. And it's one of the working group that is in study committee D1.
Well, that's amazing because it's exactly your expertise. So how important is this work that you're doing?
It's a consequence. I started to be related to CIGRE in the late of 80s. So for the last 30 years, this activity continue, and this working group is the consequence of that what we have done before. So we try to define the requirements for these gas-insulated substations monitoring systems.
What do you believe to be the current challenges in the power industry?
We are going to decarbonize the energy, to have the decarbonized energy. So this is the task of all CIGRE. CIGRE is the community of friends. So we are coming from different countries. We are coming from different utilities, manufacture of the measuring equipment. And the manufacturer of measuring equipment is OMICRON, my company. So we try to make our small parts in contribution in all this general task defined by CIGRE. These challenges are also to guarantee that the energy is sustainable, reliable, and efficient. So, of course, we contribute in the part of the automated substations, so make the equipment that can test the substation, so it's our part. But, of course, we are also active in the high voltage part, so our equipment help to test, help to identify the problem in the insulation, the problem in the electrical equipment.
But how would you say OMICRON is responding to the latest power industry changes at this year's CIGRE?
Automated digital substation is one of the topics. The group that I'm leading is another example, but we are also the member of other committees related to transformer, related to rotating machines, and many persons from OMICRON participate to CIGRE, to this community of friends that meet every 2 years and work in the working group meetings between the general sessions. We are happy to be here because the last in-person meeting was 4 years ago. So it's a really nice, a big pleasure.
You have received today an award. Can you tell us a little bit more about this award?
This award is coming from the one committee. This committee, as I said before, is related to materials and emerging test techniques. So every committee, once every 2 years, decides to go with this award to somebody that leads these advanced jobs and have the contributions. So this year, I have a pleasure and honor to be awarded by this recognition of my work done in the last 30 years.
Exactly, and Wojciech, it's a show of your work and dedication and the effort that you put into this thing, which I remind you is not paid work.
The recognition is also important because this motivates to be more active, motivates to work, and I think company can also appreciate this one as a part of the contribution to these challenges that in the CIGRE now exist. So.
Well, Wojciech, thanks a lot for your time. And of course, we wish you many, many more awards.
The next one can be in 2 years' time. So I need to now start working immediately. Thank you very much.
Indeed you do. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
One very important application area being shown at the OMICRON exhibition stand is advanced protection testing. With me to tell us more about that is OMICRON protection testing specialist, Frédéric Dunay. So Frédéric, tell us, what is the latest protection testing technology being presented here?
Hi, Abby. We have different recent technologies presented here. Maybe the latest one or the last developments around IC650 and US capabilities of the CMCs to deal with so-called flexible data sets for the sample values. But of course, there are also new features in different products, software products, like for instance, relay sim test with some quite advanced capability to be able to perform system-based testing.
Could you tell our listeners how advanced protection testing will become increasingly important in the future?
Well, there are different aspects to consider. First of all, to ensure the performance of the testing and of the protection system and of the power system. Performance being a combination of quality, efficiency, and effectiveness. And for this, we have different solutions to ensure this. And again, also to consider is that the protection system are getting more and more complex, involving more and more communication technology. And the protection devices, IEDs, are also using more and more complex algorithms which need appropriate testing tool to be able to ensure the proper stimulation of the IEDs. So it's quite important to use state-of-the-art devices and solutions for this.
Maybe you can tell us how long Omicron has been involved in protection testing.
It's been quite a long time. Since the early 90s, Omicron developed already the first PC-controlled test sets and digital test sets, and this development has never stopped until now, and will still go on developing this technology.
I'm sure you're able to maybe tell our listeners where they can get more information on advanced protection testing.
On our website, of course, first of all, customers have contacts with Omicron persons, Omicron sales partners, or direct Omicron area sales manager, typically, who could, of course, answer their questions about that topic.
Those who aren't customers who maybe would like trainings, do we have customized trainings?
Yes, we can propose different kinds of trainings. There are in all the regions, all over the world, program trainings performed by the so-called Academy, Omicron Academy. But we are also able to provide and propose some customized trainings and on-site trainings if required for customers who cannot attend general sessions and program sessions.
Well, that's great. Thanks a lot for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you, Aby.
Also of significance are the continuing developments in the area of partial discharge testing. With me to tell us more about these developments is Stefan Hook, who is the partial discharge testing product manager. So Stefan, what can you tell us about the latest PD testing technology being presented here?
Thanks a lot for having me. We have with us the MPD-800, which is our latest PD measurement device, and the brand new UHF-800, which is the MPD PD measurement device for the measurement in the ultra-high frequency range for example, measuring in GIS or in power transformers. It's very helpful to reduce noise, to reduce the impact of disturbances from the outside, and it's a very nice way to measure PD without interacting with the device, without having complicated coupling devices. And in that way, these kind of sensors are often pre-installed into the system. In that way, a very easy way to connect, for example, at GIS. We had a pre-successor, the UHF 620, before, which was just working with the MPD 600. But now with the UHF 800, we have also a solution for our latest PD measurement system, the MPD 800.
Well, speaking of PD measurement, how will partial discharge testing become increasingly important in the future?
PD testing is basically a way to detect failures or weak spots in insulation system. And especially in aged devices, this technology can be very helpful to detect the condition, the age condition of the insulation system. And therefore, it can be really helpful to come more to a condition-based diagnosis, a condition-based maintenance strategy for the users there.
So how long have we been involved in partial discharge testing?
OMICRON is basically involved at least 20 years with partial discharge measurement for the general measurement and about 10 years with UHF measurement. So we have a certain experience with measurement and with the technology around and with the applications there. Yeah.
Where can our customers get more information about PD testing solutions?
I guess the easiest way to come to information is basically on our website. If you're an existing customer, you have access to the customer portal where you get a lot of additional information, a lot of papers and application notes around partial discharge. And I guess this should be the first point of getting information there.
Where can they get related trainings for this?
We from OMICRON have academy training courses. With these, our customers are able to understand and get in touch with our measurement system, but also with the applications there. And these academy trainings are shown also on our portal and on our website.
Well, Stefan, thanks so much.
Thank you.
cybersecurity is an additional subject that is enjoying a lot of buzz at this year's exhibition. So with me to tell us more is Omicron cybersecurity specialist Fred Steinhauser. So, can you tell us the latest cybersecurity technology being presented at our stand?
What we have on display here is a Station Guard, an intrusion detection system tailor-made for digital substations. It has a very unique way which makes it easy to configure and set it up.
Okay, so how do you think cybersecurity will become increasingly important for substations?
All these new systems are networked systems and they are a potential target to be attacked. And utilities are not allowed to take any chances in the future. So they must detect everything which does not belong into this environment at the earliest possible stage.
Can you tell us how long Omicron has been involved in the area of cybersecurity?
The first thoughts about that have been around before 2010.
Over 10 years?
Yes, and triggered by a request by a customer, we really started to work on a product a little bit more than 5 years ago.
Can you tell our listeners a little bit more information about our cybersecurity solutions?
Yeah, the first place to go to is our website, where you can find more details about the products. But of course, you can approach any one of our sales contacts who will get you in contact with a product specialist that can answer any question regarding this.
Okay, you could advise our listeners of the best Omicron products to use for cybersecurity.
Again, it's Station Guard.
Well, that's great. There you have it, folks. So buy your Station Guards. Well, thanks a lot for your help and for your time, Fred.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
As mentioned in the beginning, guys, we thought it'd be also interesting to ask a few CIGRE visitors. So for that, I'll turn it over to my colleague, Iris Fischer.
Thank you, Aby-Gael. I have found some attendees who would like to give us their impressions of this year's exhibition. First of all, I would like to introduce Roman Eichinger. He works in the Austrian Electrotechnical Association. Hi, Roman.
Hello, nice to meet you.
So, how often have you attended the CIGRE exhibition?
Actually, this is my first visit.
And why do you think it is important for you to be here?
I'm working for the Austrian Electrotechnical Association, and this event connects all the players for the energy generation business.
What topics being presented here have interested you most and why?
I found the big discussions very interesting in the amphitheater about global challenges for the energy business.
What do you see as the top priorities right now in the power industry?
I think the focus on renewables is the most challenging topic.
Thanks a lot, Roman.
Thank you very much, Iris.
All right, in front of me there is standing a visitor again, Willerson Kali. Hi.
Hi.
Why, how often have you attended the CIGRE exhibition?
Yeah, first because I have a paper here to be presented. I have a poster session, and also my company is here as well, and because I will participate for the working group from CIGRE this year here in Paris.
Okay, and is it your first time you are here?
No, it's the second one. The first time I have been here in 18, in the last one.
The last time, yeah. Okay. And what topics being presented beside of yours here have you interested the most?
Basically, I'm electrical designer of power transformers, so the idea is looking for the new things in this area, like transformer, bushing, components, and also maybe test something to see. This is the main topic, the maintenance of this equipment as well.
What challenges are you expecting in the power industry in the future?
It's a hard question. Maybe I would say how to decarbonize, how we can do with less. This is basically the idea that I would say we are looking for in this CIGRE event.
Do you have anything else you would say it's the top priorities right now in the power industry?
Yeah, one is the top priority is that one, but I also believe that the other top priority is not only the industry, but in the whole industry is the supply chain management. This is a very big problem that we are facing since the pandemic starts in 2020. So it's a big problem, a priority as well for all the industry, not only for the electrician industry.
Okay. Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hi, Ole.
Hi.
Where are you working?
I'm working at Ørsted, who is an energy company, and I'm working in the offshore wind farm development.
All right. Is this your first time at the CIGRE, or how many times have you attended it?
I think it's only the second time, actually.
Okay. And why is it important for you to be here?
Just to see new things and attend the workshops and tutorials and learn new stuff, yeah.
What challenges are you experiencing in the power industry, and how are you responding to them?
Oh, we have a lot of challenges because we have bigger wind farms, and integrate them into the overall power system becomes more and more complex. So that's really how it is.
What topics being presented here have interested you most, and why?
I attended a protection workshop, which was very interesting, and I'm looking forward to a workshop later today about system stability.
All right. Yeah, thanks a lot, Ole.
No worries.
Tiona, hi.
Hello.
Where are you working?
I work for Parvis Consulting. This is a consultancy company in Georgia.
Is it your first time here at the CIGRE exhibition?
No, since 2018, I'm a member of CIGRE, and I'm the representing CIGRE Georgia National Committee.
All right, so this is why you're here, obviously. What topics being presented here have you interested the most?
I'm the member of study committee C6 and before, and white papers also in this regard, and I'm more interested in power system development studies and consultancy in this field. And my colleagues are also interested in cybersecurity part. That's why he's discussing now near ear boost.
All right, here at our OMICRON booth. Yeah, what do you see as like your top priorities right now in the power industry?
Definitely renewables integration to the grid, because in Georgia it has high limitations due to the non-readiness of the grid to integrate the versatile generation from wind and solar. Yes, this is the major part which we are facing now.
Quite some challenges, right?
Yes.
So thank you.
Hey, you're welcome.
Hi, Janne.
Hi, Iris.
Where are you working?
ABB.
How many times did you attend already to the CIGRE?
I think it's my third time.
Why do you think it is important to be here?
Yeah, I think CIGRE is one of the main events for sure here in Europe to see really what is ongoing in this field. I mean, power systems, etc., development. So very interesting event. Yep.
And what topics being presented have interested you most, and why?
Digitalization of substations will be a very interesting topic for me. Yeah.
What changes or challenges as well are you experiencing in the power industry, and how do you respond to them?
So I think the digitalization is of course the trend, but on the other hand it's a challenge of course to handle it. So how to automate and make things still easier, even though we are talking about digital systems. So I think this is very crucial part of the future. Yeah.
So are you working on that as well?
Yes.
Okay.
So digital protection and so forth.
Okay. Yeah. So this is also your top priority topic in the power industry, I guess? Or is there anything else you would say which is very important at the moment?
Yeah, cybersecurity. I mean, it goes in parallel with the digitalization for sure. So that is something what we cannot forget. Very crucial. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Janne.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, this was great. Guys, this has been Aby-Gael, Meyet and Iris Fischer live at the CIGRE 2022 session in Paris. I want to thank you all for listening to our episode about the latest power industry trends and, of course, impressions from the Paris exhibition. I look forward to maybe meeting some of our listeners into 2024 session again in Paris. Well, until then, au revoir, everybody. Handing over to you, Scott.
Thank you very much, Aby-Gael. And a big thank you to our audience for listening to this episode of Energy Talks. We always welcome your questions and feedback. Simply send us an email to podcast@OMICRONenergy.com. Omicron has several years of experience in power system testing and offers you the matching solution for your application. For more information, be sure to visit our website at OMICRONenergy.com. There, under Events, you can find information about upcoming exhibitions, conferences, webinars, workshops, and courses where you can meet us in person or online. Please join us to listen to the next episode of Energy Talks. Goodbye for now, everyone.